it turns out I wasn't. And the camera decided to tell me that it was going to switch off to conserve power. So I just did a whole thing and it wasn't recording. Anyway, hi, it's me. I know I haven't made a video for a couple of weeks, but I've been kind of stressed out. And I really haven't felt like making a video. I've been waiting for results, and I hadn't had any, and of course you start to really, I don't know. It's been very stressful. I've been on edge constantly. I've been trying very, very hard not to break down. I've been trying very hard not to Google everything because I was doing that the first week, and it's very depressing. Anyway, on Monday I finally went in for my MRI, and that had a 2-day turnaround for results, but my primary care provider received the results rather than my breast doctor. So Wednesday I was waiting for a call. There hadn't been a call, and so on Thursday I was getting very nervous, and I saw there was a message on my voicemail, and I didn't want to listen to it by myself, so I waited till Billy got home from school and college, and then we listened to it, and it wasn't even that doctor, it was somebody else from the same practice, but nothing to do with the MRI. Apparently I have to go in for some other procedure, which wasn't to do with this. But I haven't called them back. Anyway, I'll call them back at some point. So I talked to Dr. Blanchard, the breast surgeon, and she looked up the results because they had actually gone to my primary care provider. And turns out that there was a little bit of good news, that my right breast is clear. The left breast, though, they're still dwelling on the lump behind the calcifications. During the first mammogram they saw it. They didn't think it was suspicious because I'm prone to fibroadenomas. During the second mammogram and the biopsy and the ultrasound, they saw it, and they still didn't think it was suspicious, but they don't know what it is. They didn't look into it through the biopsy because they didn't think it was suspicious. They biopsied the calcifications, which turns out that that's cancer cells. And then through the MRI they saw it again, and they still don't know what it is, so they want to get another biopsy. So I'm not sure why they didn't biopsy it when they went in for the original biopsy. The thing is, with biopsy, according to the doctor and from what I've read, there's a small risk of whatever of the cells being able to get into your bloodstream. So I have read on a forum and also done a little research into it of a procedure which is called a laser cone biopsy, which doesn't run any risk of that happening. And I contacted the breast health coordinator, navigator, whatever, to see on Friday to see if I can get that done instead. So I'm waiting to hear back from her, and I'll call her on Monday. Then I'm also getting genetic testing on Monday. My insurance has said they will cover 85% of the BRCA testing. So I have to see the genetic counsellor. So I'm doing that on Wednesday, and the biopsy, whatever. I really do want to have the laser one done on Wednesday. And then we'll answer questions. On my mum's side, the only person who's ever had cancer was my cousin, who had cervical cancer, which was treated 3 years ago almost. And we don't know my dad's side at all. I have no family history of anything. So that's why the insurance said they'll cover it. They cover it if you're under 50 or whatever. I don't know. And if you don't have this, there's always these provisos. I'll do this, but you have to have done this. You have to be under this age. You have to do that. Blah blah blah. Anyway, but I've been really nervous. So on Thursday, when I talked to Dr. Blanchard, she looked up my results and she told me about the right breast, and then having to do the biopsy again on the other thing. And then she said that Mayo Clinic results came back AGR2 negative, which I've read is slightly better treatment-wise than positive, but they want to redo it after they have the tissue. They didn't say, they haven't seen anything in the nodes, but they can't tell until they take out the sentinel node during the surgery. On Wednesday, Wade and I went to see Dr. Felady, my plastic surgeon, with whom I've mentioned many, many times, and I've never once been like emotional there, but this time I've got to admit, when we talked about bilateral mastectomy, I might have got tearful. I've been trying really hard not to, but it's been the single most stressful time, other than when my dad died, of my life. The thoughts that have been going through my mind have not been positive. It's hard to be positive when you're faced with this. I've been trying really hard not to Google everything under the sun, because I seem to see a lot of horrible stuff. Oliver got his chest brace, and I want to see him developed into a young man without the deformation of the chest. And I want to see my children grow up, see what they become. Also, something I've noticed is that I don't want on my Facebook to see pessimism and negativity about cancer, of any type of cancer. I've just been diagnosed with cancer. I never thought I'd be diagnosed with cancer, but who does? And we don't even have a history of it. Holly and I have cut off our hair many times from long to short, and I've collected the braids, and because it's dyed hair, well, a couple of them were dyed. I didn't used to dye my hair until a couple of years ago because I got bored with it, probably about a year and a half ago. I didn't think that I'd be collecting hair for myself, and I'm knocking on wood that it doesn't have to be for me. But if it has to be for me, so be it. It's just hair. I love my hair. That's one of the things I do love about myself, is my hair. But, you know, I love my family more. And if that is, you know, something that you have to sacrifice to be able to beat this, you do it, right? But yeah, I've been stressed, and I have to say that I have been taking, not often, but a couple of times I've taken like 1/4 milligram of Xanax, especially before an appointment, or when I've been really stressed. I've been trying really hard. I don't want to lose any more weight. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the last video. But for some reason I just kind of think that, you know, being feeble and underweight is not going to be helpful at this point. I've been exercising because that keeps me feeling normal. I've been doing weights, but without weight on the right side because of my shoulder, but I've still been doing weights with very little weight now, because my shoulders have been bad, but especially this one. I'll deal with it at some point, hopefully. Knock on wood. But because of the stress and because of all this stuff, I've added oatmeal. I mean, you know, normally I only ate once a day, but I was drinking hot chocolate to substitute meals, kind of thing. I haven't eaten chocolate for freaking I don't know how long now. And I'm not going to start. But where am I going with this? Oh yeah, I weighed myself the other day after I'd had a few drinks of water, like these things of water and that, and I was at 7-Eleven. I'm thinking, so shit, I'm probably still losing weight. And I'm trying not to, because I am actually eating a bowl of oatmeal during the day, taking my supplements every day, added turmeric to help with the shoulder. And I'm trying not to, but it's been so stressful that most nights I just don't have any appetite. And I'm trying really hard not to lose weight. So I said to Wade today, buy fish fingers. I ate 4 fish fingers yesterday. They're called fish sticks here. They're very little, tiny, thin things, but I'd made myself salmon. I didn't want to eat the salmon. So I said, buy fish sticks. I don't care. Buy fish sticks, buy fish fingers, whatever. Even if they're not, it's something to eat. Right now, I need something in my system. So I asked him to buy that. But I'm not going to eat shit like chocolate just to eat calories, because that's not going to do me any good anyway. But anyway, let's try and get off that track. I really, really appreciate all the support from my friends and my family, my children, my husband, my friends, my mother, my brother, my friend Paul. And Wade's been, he's stressed at work, and he's stressed out, for this. And I'm trying not to be too stressed out by it, but it's really hard. It makes me, lately I've been thinking, okay, they know I've got it. Why is it still in there? Why aren't we making a plan to get rid of it? But there's this test, that test, waiting for results. I'm thinking, let's get it out. So one of the reasons I was thinking bilateral mastectomy is because I don't know how cancer works. I just don't want to have to go through this and have to go through it again. So that's the reason why. But I don't know. A lot of women get lumpectomies and radiation. There's the downside to radiation is that it burns, it makes you tired, and once you've had radiated tissue, if you get it a recurrence again, they'd have to harvest tissue from another part of your body to expand, because if you get it again, then there's no choice, you have mastectomy, from what I've been told, and then you have to get a piece of flesh from somewhere else because they can't expand the tissue, so you wouldn't be able to get reconstruction. Unfortunately, I have no tummy anymore because I had that procedure, so they'd have to take it off my back. So I'm weighing up things. I don't know. I haven't seen an oncologist yet. God, what a word. So I've had some answers, some good news, some repetitive stuff. Don't have many, I haven't talked to a cancer specialist yet other than the breast surgeon, so I don't know what the hell, nobody seems to be in any hurry. Oh, it's T1, blah, 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 no known node, blah, 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 this and that. But still, I have cancer. I want it out. I don't know when they're going to do that. Now we'll have to have another couple of weeks or couple of days from the biopsy. I don't think they'll send this tissue to Mayo, so they'll know probably within a couple of days. And then I guess it's the next step, seeing an oncologist. I don't know. Anyway, I've met some really nice people. Laura, my friend, went through this last year, and she's had to have, she had a lumpectomy. Hope you don't mind me talking about this, Laura. And chemotherapy and radiation, and she's now on the other side of this journey, and she's been very encouraging. Through a friend that I used to work with, Stephanie, I've been connected with her sister Tammy, and she's gone through this 4 years ago, and she actually went to the same breast surgeon, Dr. Blanchard. So I'm slowly getting to know her story. Aunt Sandy, Wade's aunt, she went through this 10 years ago, and she's connecting with us over this. And there's a lot of positivity out there, but there's also some negativity out there that I really don't want to see right now, because I need to be optimistic, and that's not my usual MO. And I'm trying really hard to be optimistic for my children, and for my husband, and for myself, and my mum. My mum's been through, a lot with what happened to my dad. This is why I'm not making videos. It's because I'm so fucking upset. This is really scary. I want to be on the recovery side of this. And if Wade was here, he'd say you will be. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna try and make nicer videos. My nails are still gold. This stuff is really good. If you use enough coats of the clear over the top, it lasts really well. But I kind of chipped a little bit off yesterday and I repaired it and it looks good as new. Anyway, I'll make another video and try not to be so freaking miserable and grumpy. Talk to you soon. Bye.